Hello, my name's Maria and I'm an anaesthetist here at University Hospital Lewisham, and this is the space that we're hoping to transform into a garden. During the pandemic, I think it became clear that staff needed a place to breathe, to get out of that space and to kind of reflect on what was going on and to heal and debrief in a way. A garden, I think, would make a huge difference to the morale of the staff. From a survey of nearly 200 staff, there was unanimous support for the idea of a garden and an outside space. And it was something that people wanted to be actively involved in, not just in creating, but also in maintaining and developing, and also incorporating groups from the local community who are also interested in being involved and helping out. And we've had quite a number of staff sign up to something called Garden Club, who would like to also contribute to maintaining the garden space and developing it. From the survey, some of the suggestions that we've had are using it as also a commemorative space, so somewhere that we can remember some of the staff that we have lost at this trust, and also many of the patients that have passed away here during the COVID pandemic. There's evidence that green spaces and green exercise can improve anxiety, depression, and general well-being and health. So not just for the staff, but also for the patients and the local community.
Hello, my name's Adam Frost, and I was approached, a good 3 months ago now, by the RHS to see if I would get involved in designing a garden for the NHS. I'll be honest with you, I didn't have to be asked twice. I just jumped at it. Put to one side what you guys have done for COVID, which has been incredible, more on a personal level. My wife, over the last 18 months, has been very poorly, and also my 16-year-old daughter. And without what you guys provide, I think my family would have been in a little bit of a pickle. So thank you very much for that. I came down, I met an awful lot of people across the hospital, and then listened to not only, I suppose, what you've been going through over the last couple of years, but also how a green space could help. And I think for me, as a designer, if there's anything to come out of this madness, it's more people connected to the space outside the back door. And it even seems now that there's a wider understanding with you guys how much the green area can play in our lives. So I came away with this thought that I wanted to provide you with somewhere to stop, be, socialise, walk through, even garden. And I think that was the principles that I started to play with. I had to design around your tent, and that sits within, I suppose, a pocket park. Off that, you get these little areas where you can sit as groups or even as individuals. But for me, it was the connection with the river. I would quite like to open that slightly, connect you to the park. Don't worry, still make it safe and give you sort of privacy. I know, hopefully that makes sense. But that winding movement of a river, I've created a path that does pretty much the same thing. It takes you through the mini park and then takes you into a woodland walk. And there's places to stop, pause, and then move on. But behind all that, which is probably my favourite bit, I created a working garden. A lot of you said you wanted to get involved in gardening, playing your part, and maybe involving the wider community. So that's what I've done. I'm hoping over the next few months I get to come down again, see this whole thing come together, but also meet more of you. But more than anything, I would like to think this time next year that you've all spent a few minutes in your new garden. Anyway, look after yourselves, and thank you.